Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 51 of What If Civilization Started Over. In the last episode, we saw a couple things happen, and mainly just the things after World War III. So we saw about how California get annexed by the Nevadian Union. We saw a bunch of stuff happen in Central Africa slash West Africa. A lot happened in this whole region right here. A lot of other stuff happened, and then we also saw the main event of last video, which was the proxy war between the unionizers and the non-unionizers. If you guys enjoy these videos, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate everybody who does subscribe. And let's go ahead and start now. We can see that, well, this doesn't make any sense anymore. And since the country is kind of in, not working anymore, this whole part of the union is just gonna die. They're just gonna leave the alliance temporarily. So Greenland and Iceland are left in this alliance together. But like I said earlier, countries start to pick their own side, and we will see our alliance of the unionizers pop up, which is gonna go ahead and just be, for now, it's just gonna go ahead and be a 4-point star alliance. It's just going to be this for now. It could change in the future, but this is for the unionizers who want it to be unionized, and this is joined by the Lime team right here. This is also joined by Norway, because they are a big fan of this whole union over here. Catalonia also joins this, as well as Galicia. They join it, and it just seems like there's just a bunch of countries joining this randomly. Even this guy joins too, so we could just see that there's just a lot of those countries joining sides, and then we're going to see the opposite thing happen. But it's not, they don't invite this guy to the alliance. So there's going to be a new alliance created, and they're not going to invite this guy. So what that's going to be is, for now, it's going to be a diamond. So South France supports the non-unionizers, along with Northern Italy. This seems to be a kind of their buddy-buddy. The Swedes join, as well as the Finns. They also joined this pact. And the reason is because they don't want to start another full-blown European war. They don't. That's why they don't invite this guy to the alliance. Because, like I said, they don't want to start a huge war. Which is understandable. So, yeah, this proxy war is gonna just go ahead and continue to happen, and it's just not seeming good. At first, it seems like the purple team is going to win, and then the brown team comes back and completely just gets rid of a bunch of these guys. And the purple team does this, but then they retreat, and it's just a bunch of back and forth from this whole war, and it seems like it'll probably never stop. But looking away from that, we could see that this Guatemalan country is, well, they just did something terrible. They declared war on the Dark Sign team due to a border mishap in this region right here. That's kind of stupid because, they're in alliance with a bunch of members, a bunch of strong American countries, or these North American countries, and you're about to die. So South Mexico goes ahead and starts invading Guatemala slash Belize and starts taking just a lot of land very rapidly, and it's really just not even fair. Even these guys also joined in on the fun. And this nation gets completely like just ran through within like a couple of months. They just did a huge mistake and it just didn't go well for them. So this country is gonna go ahead and surrender. Let's take a look at this peace treaty of Central America. So the peace treaty, the teal or the what is the skin color? They get all of this land, while the Dark Side team gets all of that. And well, there we go. That country is now completely destroyed. It was very quick. And this now we can see that Dark Sign team and the Skin team are becoming very large. For Skin for the win. Coming back over to the proxy war, we can go ahead and see the purple team has made a landing on Ireland and they captured a lot of this southern part. And we'll even capture all this western part. Now, if you remember, this western part was it used to be a different country. It used to be a different purple country. Another stalemate as the brown team also starts to make switches over here. And well, yeah. Just know the Diamond Alliance is aiding these guys, but an event just happened down south, which is a crazy event, and it's actually two major events, which is, yeah. things are about to happen as the red team makes an appearance again as a new rebellion out of this gray country. The blue team makes a rebellion out of this ground country and starts to take a lot of land. And well, this starts to get just out of hand as there's a bunch of proxy wars happening in Europe. So bad, South France, the Southern French Union actually just annexes the blue team because it seemed like they were about to have a war that was going to be hard to fight. So they did it before anything bad could happen. And now a lot of stuff is going down over in this region. The red team, they're an isolationist country, as well as the blue. They don't want to be a part of this whole proxy war, so they go ahead and steamroll as they just get the popular vote out of everybody. And same thing happens down south here. Blue team completely, no, not that. The blue team completely gets control of all of this, but weirdly enough, the Portuguese actually managed to steal this land before the green team or the blue team could get it. Who knows why that is the case? But now we can just see that a lot of stuff had just gone down within the path of about a couple months. I would say about 5 months, all this stuff has happened, including the proxy war, the forming of alliances, this country getting annexed, and then the rebellions happening. Yeah, that all took about 5 months to a year, I would say. And it's kind of crazy how all this stuff is happening at once, and there's nothing that they can do about it. Because they're currently fighting a proxy war over here. The brown team is going to go ahead and make bigger pushes, and they get closer than they've ever had to completely wiping out the purple team from existence, as they feel like this is, well, really good for them. And it is, however, there's a slight issue. That's now, there's a huge wave of support. Now that the Southern French have a lot more access to this region, they're going to go ahead and pump troops and pump volunteers, and it seems like something bad's about to happen. And that, my friend, is this. So, they immediately get a bunch more reinforcements, and Ireland is fully captured. And the brown team can't do much, but just try to do as much as they can. It's very hard for them to do really anything without this many countries not on their side. Sweden starts their invasion of Norway going very well, and people are just very confused on what's going on in the world, what is happening. As Finland also starts this invasion of the Kola Peninsula country, and just takes and just separates all this portion of land. A great loss for the Star Alliance. They meet up with the Swedes, and from here start their massive invasion of all of Scandinavia. And just start taking so much land. Also, that I don't know why that's purple, but it's no longer purple. And they just keep destroying the Norwegians. It's kind of crazy on how much they're getting absolutely destroyed. And the Kola Peninsula eventually falls. And without that huge front, now the Finnish can focus on this, which is gone. And then we see this guy. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna get out of the war. They're gonna leave the war, and they will never return back into this alliance. Catalonia? Yeah, they're gone. They never had a chance with the guy known as the purple southern French country. They didn't have a chance. And you know what's also gonna happen? The red team is gonna start their invasion of Galicia, and before Portugal can even act, it's all gone. So it seemed like the red and blue teams are on the side of you, but maybe not. Eventually, though, we see Sweden make a landing in Scotland, take the capital, and eventually this whole country surrenders, and we can take a look at a peace treaty of, well, the Great War, I guess. I don't know what this would be called. The Great European Proxy War? Great British Proxy War? Or just the Great British War? I'm not sure. But that's a good piece. So starting over here, the green team does manage to get that land, but the blue team and the red team now exist, and the red team has taken all of Galicia, and the southern French have taken all of Catalonia, cleaning up Iberia a lot. Well, the Swedish will get all of that land, a large amount of land, and the Norwegians will stay, and well, they're very crippled though, and honestly, they're fully annexed. I'm gonna be honest. I was thinking about that honestly for a little bit, and yeah, I just thought they would be fully annexed. Same thing with the Kola Peninsula. I didn't know what to do with them, but full annexed. Fall. This was only for the proxy war, and they will no longer exist. And relations weren't really good with these people anyway. It was just kind of uh, it was just a part of it. It wasn't really anything to. So all the capitals of this country will be destroyed, and it will all go over to. It's gonna be split. And a familiar face, maybe a familiar face, definitely an old face, will pop up. We can see the Orange English are back. They have returned. They also took Wales with them, and well, they're a democratic country with no plans to unite with these guys, and didn't want to do that in the first place. Ireland is released, and Scotland will also be released. So we could see that here, there's now three countries in the British Isles, and we can go ahead and choose the capital. So we go ahead and get this on. Capital of Ireland will go ahead and be right here in Dublin. The capital of England will be right here where it used to be, and the capital of Scotland will just be right there. And eventually, this country right here in Britain is going to unite with the French. So now the Southern French are basically just Napoleonic France. They took over Catalonia. Good, good for them, I guess. But this Europe is definitely getting a lot more cleaner now, and maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing. Who really knows? Coming over here to Central Asia, we can see the purple team starts their invasion of the red country. These countries have often fought throughout history, and the red country has often disappeared throughout history and came back. And that's no different here, as they have completely died to the purple team in slash blue team, purple blue, and they're fully annexed into this new empire. So they now have all of that land, and who knows what they could do with it. I mean, it's pretty old land. Coming over here to the gray team slash pink team, a new civil war will happen within this country. No, that's not the old Russian color. That doesn't really help either. What can I change it to make it maybe that? No, I guess we can actually make it that. So let's do dark science slash dark green country rebels, and the pink team is like overwhelmed. They are in their main area right now, and they're really overwhelmed. They try to fight back, but like this is a pretty large rebellion, and every time they start pushing back, the the green team just finds another way to just kind of double down on that, and well, you can see that their capital gets captured, and this country will now become independent. Take a look at the peace treaty. Yes, this country will now appear, and they're cool, I guess. They're another new Russian country. There's so many Russian countries. We'll get to Russia eventually. But the capital of the green team will go ahead and be right there. So, good. New country. Wonder what they will do. So next to kind of this drama that happened over here, but it's fine. But coming down over here to South America, we have to see an interesting event happen, which is the purple team starting their invasion of the Ecuadorian country. Now remember, this country was just in turmoil. It's the former Colombian country, and well, they're just not doing good. Yeah, bye bye. Bye. And in the peace treaty, they're fully annexed into this kind of new Bolivian empire slash Peruvian empire. It looks like a Peruvian, even though it's really just Bolivian empire. But yeah, they're forming a pretty good empire over here in the west coast of South America. This yellow country, who had a very close relationship with Texas and the same country, is gonna join the pink country because they feel like they're better off now. They were a little bit poor, and this is honestly way better as they're now in a regular alliance. And this isn't an economical alliance, but the alliance will still provide economical aid to countries when they need to. But it's just mostly used for militaristic purposes. So yeah, another country joins another country with Oman going ahead and joining the Arabian Union. And this is when an anti-Arabian Union pact is going to get formed. Well, an anti-Arabian alliance. And that is going to be this Right Triangle Alliance. And it's hosted by this blue country right here. And it doesn't get that many members. Surprisingly, though, Ethiopia joins it, which was a very surprising thing, as well as this country right here. So this anti-Ethiopian pact or this anti-Arabian pact is surprisingly it's pretty strong actually. These two countries also join it, This is a close relation with this dark green country race. And that will do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is another daily upload week video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next video, which I think will still be daily upload week. I don't know what day it is for daily upload week. Hope you guys enjoyed though. Bye.